If in episode 1 he doesn't answer the questionnaire, and then episode I don't know myself or the world, but then the thing. Then episode 2 happens, but then episode 2 nothing happens. He goes into the familiar world, including Kaguri, but then there's in episode 3 that's impossible because episode 3 just aired just now, and it can't be possible because Shizuru and Lucia and both en route, but then episode 1 Chihaya. Because the only way the Kaguri and Kotori, I don't know, but then the world or myself, and I don't know, the choice that he doesn't make, it's affecting the world. In episode 3 Shizuru, in episode 3 Lucia, but then in episode 1 Chihaya was already there, and it does it in all in one timeline. So what could this possibly mean? There's only one possible conclusion this could come up with. How's it going, guys? It's me, the Otaku, here today with my episode 3 review of Rewrite. And yeah, all that stuff at the beginning, that was just for fun, to be honest. I know it's all original stuff. So anyways, guys, all that stuff in the beginning sort of represents me watching this episode and seeing all these events unfold and whatnot, all the crazy shit that goes in my mind. So anyways, yeah, Rewrite episode 3, interestingly enough, a lot of stuff quite happened. So for one, we have a lot of, it's like how Rewrite's vision novel works. You have like the slice of life, fun, enjoyment and stuff, and then shit gets serious in the end. That's really what happens. So in the beginning, we start off the first, whatchamacallit, the occult club and their activities, and they look for the Tsuchikono, I believe, the snake ebby thing. And then I'm assuming we run into Akane's assistant or whatnot, her manager or something. I forgot her name, but her name's like Sukuno, I think her name is. But yeah, so enough of all the other occult club stuff. We have a lot of other things I want to discuss, and I did mention them in the beginning of the rambling and whatnot. But yeah, interestingly enough, as I said in the first episode of Rewrite, I did notice the fact that Kotaro does take Chihaya out to go and show her around the city, and I of course knew that was a toll given for Chihaya's route in the visual novel. But in this episode, we are also followed by similar events from Shizuru and Lucia. For one, Shizuru and Kotaro have lunch together, and Shizuru reveals her other colored eye to Kotaro, which is a toll given in the visual novel. And Lucia, he helps out with Lucia and her problem and her sort of the recycling thing, and gets to know Lucia a lot more. And we see in the anime he also does have the curiosity towards Lucia. It's like, oh, why does she always wear gloves and whatnot, and like, oh, I hear rumors and whatnot. So like in the beginning of the episode, you see I'm really confused, and yeah, I am confused, to be honest, because for one, we're having so many like different things here for all the characters, and I don't know, I never experimented with this in the visual novel, but if you do happen to choose everyone's route, or you don't happen to particularly go into a certain character's route, is there a common ending? Is that what I'm thinking is it? But I'm pretty sure that's not the case, because it just can't happen. Or maybe it could happen, I don't know. But yeah, in that fact, we also met Sakuya for the first time, and Sakuya, oh my god, I don't know what the hell Sakuya's problem with in the end of the episode. But interestingly enough, after the serious stuff, what we want to look at, the serious stuff. So enough of the slice of life stuff. But in the serious stuff, Kotaro is walking home in the night one day, and he sees Kaguri in the night sky and the moon, and he's being chased by a familiar. So he chases after her and ends up in, spoilers, of course, you know, if you guys don't play the visual novels, I'm not expert, so I know what I'm talking about. He ends up in the distorted world, the closed space, and he ends up in the freaking hands of MIDOU. So this is, I don't know what the frick is going on. So for one, we have some Chihaya alert things going on in my head right now, but we see MIDOU, and he uses a familiar and chases Kotaro, and Kotaro is not equipped to deal with familiars yet, so I'm just like, oh shit, this guy's running for his life. And interestingly enough, he can't fight yet for some reason, and he gets cornered, and then he has to get Sakuya to save him, and Sakuya saves him at the last second. And then he wakes up in the Gensan's ramen bar or his food bar, and we also have Eska. Yeah, this is so cool. So of course, if you guys play Visuals, we know who these guys are, but they're freaking awesome for old people, and they're just like chilling. It's like, oh, we play FPS games and we hunt monsters terminology, and then they give him food after he got attacked by the beasts, or saved by Sakuya, and he ended up there. And yeah, Shizuru comes in, and like I'm pretty sure this does happen in the visual novel. I don't exactly remember how I got to this part, but I don't encounter this part quite often, or actually I kind of do. I do remember seeing the visual novel where Shizuru comes in for the first time. I was like, oh hey Shizuru, and then they meet. Kotaro meets everyone else for the first time. This is actually common root stuff. This is, oh man, I don't remember this whole part about meeting MIDOU and being chased by a familiar and being saved by Sakuya, but interesting enough. So yeah, that's the discerning thing that I could actually don't remember in the visual novel, but meeting Eska, Shizuru, and all the other people, common root stuff. So now I go back to the beginning where I'm talking to myself about how this story is proceeding. So for one, we're starting off with all the girls for one. So Kotori, we do have mention of Kotori's of the past of Kotaro trying to confess to Kotori, and yeah, that's there, but I don't see any sort of anything sort of leading to me to believe that Kotaro's going to go through Kotori's route, only except the fact that Kotori can see Kaguri, and they make that connection that Kaguri's watching Kotaru, and so does Kotori. Kane's route, now that seems unlikely, and of course, based on the questionnaire that he answered, I'm assuming he says he doesn't know, or he said myself, because for one, Akane seems really keen with her answer about how it's really unique, a unique question and a unique answer that he gave, and I'm assuming that Kotaru in the end could not choose the world or himself. He chose I don't know. But besides that point, aside from Akane, I don't see anything else to lead that Akane's route will be sort of in full effect here. The three candidates that I could see assuming or some sort of like escalation to their roots is Chihaya, Lucia, and Shizuru. Because for one, we have the thing where Chihaya is being shown around town by Kotaru. We are introduced to Sakuya also, and Sakuya seems to be played as like heavy character in the series, in the part where Sakuya rescues Kotaru, and he also runs into him. It's like, oh, I hate your guts, and I feel like we're gonna be enemies in the future. Actually, you know, that could trigger Shizuru or Lucia's route also. But yeah, also besides the fact, we also have Lucia and Kotori's, or not Lucia, Lucia and Shizuru's own thing in this episode, where I'm led to believe like, wow, they're actually spending time with Lucia and Shizuru, so that they could actually go through their route. And I'm gonna be honest here, Shizuru's route, I think that was Shizuru is the best girl for one. That's just my opinion, because freaking adorable as hell. So anyways, besides the point, yeah, except he does all these things in just one whole timeline, or sort of one game, right, or whatever. He's doing like the choices for every single girl's route in one playthrough, but it's like, this doesn't make sense because you had to go through one. So of course, in the end, it leads me to believe like it's a mixture of everything, but in the end, it's gonna have to fall somewhere. He's gonna have to go through he's gonna have to take a side. And of course, Moon and Terra Terra maybe is out of the question, who knows, for now, because I haven't seen anything to make me lead to Terra, because Moon has to happen. Moon has to happen in order for Terra to happen. And we did see traces of Moon in episode 1 in the beginning, when Kaguri meets Kotaro the first time. And that's the only thing I can lead to. If they do somehow happen to manage Moon in the midst of him going through Akane, Shizuru, Kotori's, Lucia's, or Shizuru's route somehow, and then end up doing Terra in the end in some other different way than the visual novel happened, then that's gonna be pretty mind-blowing and for me to follow, because I don't know what the frick is going on for one. But yeah, discerning the elephants in the room, the different things I noticed in this series. For one, it's just, you know, the fact that he's doing these choices and hang out with every single girl, and the later half where he runs into MIDOU chasing Kaguri, and then he gets chased by his familiar and then saved by Sakuya. I do not recall him exactly being saved by Sakuya in the game, but I do recall him waking up and, you know, meeting Eska and Gensan and their Marmsha and Chizuru for the first time. So that's all not common stuff here. But meeting MIDOU actually does lead me more into Chihaya's route, because MIDOU is a huge character in Chihaya's route, and yeah, that's about it for one. And we also haven't still seen any more of Gil or Pani, and yeah, that's about it, to be honest. So that's my idea. That's all I want to discuss for this episode, guys. You know, if you guys have any ideas to where the episode or the series might lead to, then feel free to leave in the comments below, because you guys are telling me everything about how I missed one in Terra, and you have other ideas to help me out while Aokana bites his arm. You know, what do you guys think about this episode, and what do you guys think about how the series is going through right now? Because for one, if I'm gonna be honest here, Shizuru's rude because I thought that was pretty good. Everyone else is okay, but you know, she's rude. She's real adorable. So yeah, guys, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like the video if you like Rewrite and you like Shizuru's adorableness, because Shizuru, I must say, she's pretty adorable in this series. Even in the game, she was pretty adorable. And subscribe, because episode 4 will come out next week, and we will see more clues and hints to where the series might lead in its originality route playthrough thing or whatever. And yeah, that's about it, guys. So I'll see you guys on the next video on the Don't Talk to Anime channel. So take care, guys. Matane, and don't rewrite yourself, because there's a cost to doing that. Alright?